All right, welcome to your factoring quiz review. Here we're going to factor and figure out what we can get when we completely factor it. So we multiply 2 times a negative 12, and we get a negative 24. And then we look at our middle term, and when we subtract our two factors, we should get a negative 5. So that basically tells me that I'm going to use negative 8 and a positive 3. So then I come back and I take the 2x and I divide it by a negative 8, 2x, and I divide by 3. Can't reduce this one, but I can reduce this by 2, and that gives me x over negative 4. Then I take each fraction and I write it in parentheses as one of my factors. So x minus 4 and 2x plus 3. So that gives me d. For this one, I want my factored form. It's a binomial, so hopefully you identified that it's a perfect cube. And remember, same, opposite, always positive, so that we know what our signs are going to be in our parentheses. My first one is going to be a binomial, so it has the same sign as the original problem. My second parentheses is a trinomial, so I'm going to do the opposite sign, and then the second one in here is always positive. I take the cube root of y cubed, that gives me y. I take the cube root of 64, that gives me 4. Then here, I'm going to take this term and I'm going to square it. That gives me y squared. Then I take this term and I square it, and it gives me 16. And then the last thing I do is I multiply these two quantities in the first parentheses together to get 4y. So here is my correct answer, B. Which of the following equals this when completely factored? Always look for GCF first. In this one, I can take a 4 out of everything, and I have x squared minus 2x minus 15. I leave my GCF out, and then I try to factor into two parentheses. This tells me that my signs will be different in my parentheses, so I'll have 1 plus and 1 minus. The only factors of x squared are x and x. What can I multiply to get a negative 15? Then when I subtract, I get a negative 2, negative 5, and positive 3. And there's my answer. Always look for GCF. There is no GCF here, so I'm going to try to factor using my parentheses. The negative means the signs in the parentheses will be different. So I'll have 1 plus and 1 minus. The only factors of x squared are x and x. What can I multiply to get a negative 3? But when I subtract, I get a negative 2. For this one, always look for GCF, so I can take out a 3, and I have left x squared minus 9. This is the difference of two perfect squares, so I'm going to bring down my 3 and factor this into two parentheses, 1 plus and 1 minus. Square root of x squared is x, and x, square root of 9 is 3, and 3. Here's your answer. For number 6, two terms, they both look like perfect cubes, so I'm going to factor into two parentheses. One will be a binomial, one will be a trinomial. So, same sign as the original, opposite, and then always positive. I take the cube root of x cubed, the cube root of 125. I square this term, I square this term, and then I multiply these two together. There's your answer. Factoring this one looks like the difference of two perfect squares, so I'm going to put my two parentheses, 1 plus, 1 minus. Take the square root, I get x squared and x squared. I get 4 and 4. This one's good. I can't do anything else with this one. But I can, I believe, factor this into two more parentheses. 1 plus and 1 minus. The square root of x squared is x and x. And the square root of 4 is 2 and 2. I only ask for one of the factors. This is one of my factors. I don't give you any others. Take out a GCF. The only thing I can take out of this one is the x. So I have 3x minus 2 left. Real easy. Factor completely. I'm going to look for GCF first. I can take out a 6x. I have left 3. I had 4 x's. I took 1 away, so that's x cubed. 12 divided by 6 is 2. I had 3 x's, took 1 away, that's 2. And 6x divided by 6x is a 1. Right? There's your answer. Completely factored. Look for GCF first. I found one. I have x squared plus x minus 12. Bring my GCF down, see if I can factor this more. Different signs, so 1 plus and 1 minus. Only factors of x squared are x and x. What can I multiply to get 12 that when I subtract I get a positive 1, positive 4, and negative 3. Here's your factor. Factors of 3x squared, 27. First look and see, is there a GCF you can take out of it? Well, yes. So we can take a 3 out of everything. And we have left x squared minus 9x plus 18. Looking to see if we can break it down even further. We'll have the same signs. They'll both be negative. X and x. What can I multiply to get 18 that when I add, I get a negative 9? 3 and 6. Again, look for your GCF. Don't have one. So let's use our California method. So let's multiply 8 times 7. And what we get there is 56. And so what we want to know is what can we multiply together, to get a negative 56, that when we subtract, we get a negative 26. Well, I can do a positive 2 and a negative 28. I come back over here, I do 8x divided by 2 and 8x divided by a negative 28. This I can reduce by 2. That gives me 4x over 1. 4 will go into both of these, so I get 2x over a negative 7. Now I write my parentheses, 4x plus 1 and 2x minus 7. The only one that I see here is the 4x plus 1. On your quiz, you'll probably have both answers factored out. Factor out 4. I can take a 2 out of everything. So I have 2x squared minus 11x plus 15. I'm going to use my California method. I'm going to multiply 2 times 15. That gives me 30. And when I add those same two factors, I get 11. So what can I multiply to get 30? That when I add, I get 11. Trying to look, and hopefully you recognize they'll both be negative 5 and negative 6. So I come back over here and I take 2x, I divide by negative 5, and 2x, I divide by negative 6. This reduces to x over negative 3. Bring down my GCF, and then I write my two factors, 2x minus 5 and x minus 3. Now it's factored. Here, trying to look to see if I can find perfect squares or perfect cubes. This one I believe is going to be a perfect cube. So I first have to find the cube root of 512. Hopefully by doing the IXLs, you recognize that the cube root of 512 is 8. Cube root of x cubed is x. Second sign, I square this. Opposite sign, multiply these two together. Always plus, and then I square 8, which would give me 64. And the last example, really easy one. Cube root of x cubed and the cube root of 1. Square it, change my sign, multiply together. Sorry, I didn't put my square there. And then always positive, and 1 squared is 1. Good luck on your quiz.